Listen up, riders and parents. This is your riders meeting. This is a USA BMX sanctioned race. We will be following all the rules and regulations set forth by USA BMX and ask that all riders and families do the same. Motos have been posted and corrections have been announced. All of the information you need is on those moto sheets. We ask that all moto sheets be left up during the course of the race, as riders refer to them throughout the event. In checking your motos, make sure that the number that is on the moto sheet matches what is on your bike. If not, you may not be scored when you cross the finish line. Riders, it is your responsibility to be in the gate on time. You have been given lane assignments and must start from that assigned lane. Any rider not doing so may be disqualified. If you are not ready or have any problem in the gate, you must signal the starter by placing your front wheel over the gate. That will signal our starter to wait, and a track official will take care of the problem. Once the starter's command has begun, it may not be stopped for any reason. Only riders 5 and under can be assisted on the gate, and that assistance can only be the rear wheel held between the knees. 3 riders down before the first obstacle is an automatic restart. Riders, if you go down during the course of the race and are not injured, please jump up, as we have other races following. If you are injured, however, please stay down and we will assist you. Our track officials will be watching for fouls. If you feel you have been fouled during a race, you have 10 motos in which to lodge a protest with the head officials. Our officials will be watching for riders intentionally impeding another rider within the first 30 feet and the entire last straightaway. So keep it clean, riders. We will be qualifying riders as designated on the moto sheets, or by announced corrections. If you have any question as to whether you qualified, please return to the scorers table for clarification. USA BMX exists for the enjoyment of the kids and families that make up our sport. Please be courteous to every member of our extended BMX family, and good luck to all of the racers.
Right, guys, that is an official USA BMX Riders meeting that I'm sure everyone listened said. But a few quick reminders of things that we are watching for. That 30-foot line. You cannot intentionally impede another rider in the first 30 feet of the track. There's a handy little white line painted right there. That applies to the last straight as well. Once you come out of the third turn, we've got a line painted on the tabletop coming out of the third turn. So from there all the way to the finish line, you cannot intentionally impede another rider. We do have some new parents here tonight. So guys, if your rider does fall down, which this is a sport, that does happen, do not come out onto the track. Once we start racing, we are going to have 2 races on track basically all the time. If you come out onto the track, you risk getting hit by all of those other riders, causing a dangerous situation for you, the other riders, and your rider that's already down. We have officials in every spot. All of our core volunteers are first aid and CPR certified. We will definitely get you if we need you, but do make sure you stay behind the fence. All right, guys, and now that you're all paying attention, please check your motos one more time. As of about 5 minutes ago, everybody's moto shifted 1 number. So please double check those motos for round 1. Every round you'll come up the same chute, so once we get sorted out in round 1, we should be in good shape. What was that? All right, we need Christy to concessions. And with that, it is Bicycle Shack night here, their team night. They are filling some volunteer positions in exchange for a raffle and getting to do a parade lap during the national anthem. As you can see that they are all staged up in the gate. So if I could get everyone to stand up and remove your hats for the national anthem.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gates.
Oh, that's too slow. Play ball. We are going to kick it off with our balance bikes. We're going to mix up motos 1 and 2. We need our corner officials in place. If you're signed up to work a corner, head on out. Curtis already planted his roots right here. All right, guys, don't forget to hit up that raffle for Bicycle Shack. There's some cool stuff up there. Next weekend. All right, we are missing our turn 1. If you sign up for turn 1, head on out. Head on out, our turn 1 corner official. Next weekend, actually this weekend, starting this Sunday, we're doing our Race for Life out here to raise money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Foundation. That is a all donation race. Sign up start at 11 o'clock. They go 11 to 12:30. Format is just like normal here. So hope to see you all out. And that is going to kick off our Sundays all through the end of the year. We're going to be racing Friday and Sunday. Sundays sign up start 11 to 12:30. The next weekend we'll have our Friday race. Saturday is a double, what we call our rad weekend. We're doing a double on Saturday. That means a double point race. And after the race, we're going to have a bicycle swap meet Saturday morning. Where's that at, Curtis? Just right out front? Right out front. Bring a table. If you got bike parts to sell or you want to buy something. So Saturday, Friday night we're going to race. Saturday we're going to kick it off in the morning with a bicycle swap meet. Start racing, a double point race. And after the double point race, we are going to set up a screen and watch the movie Rad over here on the asphalt. And then Sunday will be Rider Appreciation Day. That is a free race for everyone, all of our riders. You show up, you get to race for free, and every rider gets a hot dog meal when you come in. So it's
Attention.
right now, we're heading on to those balance
Okay, riders,
bikes.
random start.
Motos 1 and 2.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
We are on track with Journey Howell, Lane Prather, Leica Maupin, Lincoln Ogle, Jojo Wolf, Renzi Maupin, Franco Chianti. Oh, man. I'll just go with Franco for right now. And Wild, Wade Warren. All right, guys, cheer on our balance bikes. 3 and 4-year-olds out on track right now. No, don't hit me. Oh, man, we got one down in turn 2. Back up. Let's have a round of applause for our balance biker. Getting back on it, finishing it out. There you go. Keep rolling. And all of our balance bikers get a trophy here at the finish line. All right, we have motos 1 and 2 with Journey, Lane, Leica, Lincoln, Jojo, Renzi, Franco, and Wild Wade.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Now we got Moto 3 out on track. Should be Remington North, Weston Belzeski, Ryan Grubb, and Cora Joy Phillips. They are going all the way one full lap.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready,
We need
watch
Brady
the gate.
Barker to staging. Brady Barker to staging. All right, guys, let's hear it from Moto 3. Remington, Weston, Ryan, and Cora Joy making their way all the way to that finish line to get those trophies. And we are out with moto number 4, Carter Thorson, John Crownover, Santino Herrera, Miles Warren, Addison Howell, Isaiah Wegner, and Noah Matthews. We need Colton Northup to staging. Colton Northup. All right, we need Colt Northup to staging. Colt Northup to staging, please. All right, guy. Oh. We're finishing out our balance bikes. They go all the way to the finish line, pick up those trophies. All right, guys, let's cheer on our last couple balance bikes. Cheer them on. All right, guys, here we go. Round number one. Going to start off with our 12-year-old cruisers. Got a total points race here tonight. In the gate, we got Braden Holt, Connor to St. Coonan, and Brady Barker.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And they are off. 12-year-old cruisers going to race all 3 rounds. Low points wins. Get on point per place. We're on track with Braden Bullethead Holt, Connor to St. Coonan, and Brady Whole Shot Barker. Barker sitting up front, followed by
Okay, riders, random
St.
start.
Coonan and Holt.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Coming down that last straight. That is going to be Brady Barker with your 1, Connor to St. Coonan your 2, Braden Bullethead Holt on the 3. Moto number 6, 1720 Cruiser, Benjamin Fetch, Corey Brown, Patrick Couts. Another total points race right here. We got Brown sitting up top, followed by Fetch and Couts. Whoa.
Attention.
Okay, riders,
Little scrubbing going on in that rhythm section, but right now that is Corey Brown racking up a 1. Battle for the 2, but it's going to Ben Fetch with the 2, Patrick Couts on the 3. Moto 7, 5 and under novice, full rack, gaggle of fraggles right here. Bridget Kilberg, Zozo Holly, Casey Rogers, Colt Northup, Ethan Johnson, Cooper Thorson, and Maggie Welch. What's a skosh? Is that a unit of measure? Is it like 1.5 decibels? All right. Like a smidge. All right. We are taking 3 riders out of this round 1 into that main event. 3 riders going to transfer straight to mains. That means they do not race round 2. They already made it into the main event. Right now, that is Maggie Welch sitting up top. And that is going to be the 37 bike, Maggie Welch, followed by Bridget Kielberg and the 097 of Casey Rogers. We got a rider down in the first turn. Going to get them checked out. Oh, no. Now we got riders down in the 3rd turn. That rider in the 3rd turn is up, guys. Let's give a big round of applause. There you go. Cheer them on.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
First rack of 6 novices coming out of the gate. Rosie Malone, Resner Knowles, Weston Moore, Ruby Red Tarpening, and Jay Suarez. Guys, even though these combine, which this only happens in this manner with 9 riders in a class, come up the same chute you came up. Elias Joyner, we need you to staging. Elias Joyner. So guys, come up the same chute each round. Right now we got that 189 bike. Weston Moore sitting up front. The 33 of Ruby Red Tarpeting on the 2. We got Resner sitting on the bubble. 2 riders, top 2, going to move on to the main event out of this round. So those top 2 riders get to skip straight to the 3rd race, miss the 2nd.
Random
We'll
start.
see everybody else back the 2nd round, and that is going to be the 189 of Weston Moore and the 33 of Ruby Red Tarpening. Moto number 9, 2nd rack at 6-year-old novices on track with Piper, Baby Cakes Franklin. What's with all the baby cakes stuff? Jackson Ferrens, Matthias Tierney, and Ford Howell. Elias Joyner. We need Elias Joyner to staging. How the combine works, we take 2 from each rack. That leaves us with 5 total. Those 5 will race together. Even though they come from different chutes, they'll race together, and the top 4 will stick around. Right now, though, we're worried about these top 2 spots here, because those 2 are going to go straight to the main event. Do not pass go. Do not race round 2. That is going to be the number 200 bike, Matthias Tierney, and the 17 bike of Piper Franklin moving on to main events. All right, we are going to do a last call for Elias Joyner. I said Piper. All right, last call for Elias. Still have the chance to show up for round 2. All right, guys. So wrong chute. That's could be partly due for the motos changing. Guys, do make sure you recheck those motos. Every moto did change a number because of some corrections made. So please recheck those motos. Whatever you do in round 1, you'll do every round. So if you're in, what moto would this be? Oh, I flipped my page. I did flip my page. All right, so this is Moto 10. So come up, shoot 10 each time if you're Moto 10. Moto 10 is our 8-year-old novices tonight.
Attention.
All
Okay,
right, getting back on with those 8 novices.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
They are off. Moto number 10, 8-year-old novice. We're on track with Cadron Thunder, Spillman, Caden Vanderman, Jackson Landon, and Elias Joyner. 4 riders on track, 1 spot. Moving on to the main event, and that is only going to be that top rider. First one across the finish line goes straight to the main events right now. That is Cadron Spillman sitting up top, Elias sitting on the 2, followed by
Attention.
Caden and Jackson.
Okay, riders, random start.
Coming down that last straight, holding on to that 1. Transfer spot is going to be Cadron Spillman moving on to the main event. Moto number 11, 9-year-old novices, Xander Newland, Remy Robinson, Milo, Mighty Milo Wolf, Jacob Weist, and Xavier Phillips. Got 5 riders on track, 2 spots in the main event here, so top 2 riders going to move on. Everybody else will be back for round 2. We got some battle going into turn 2. We got Milo
Attention.
and the 229
Okay, riders, random
of
start.
Xavier Phillips. They are bumping bikes as they were going into turn 2. We got 2 spots open, guys, so those top 2 riders get to stick around for the main event. And that is going to be the 229, Xavier Phillips, and Mighty Milo Wolf. Moto number 12, 11-year-old novices on track with Caden Ritz, Nolan Riggs, Haley Velasquez, Lady J. Wolf, and Wyatt Freebird Dutton.
Attention.
Okay, riders,
Another
random
combine here with
start.
the 11 novice. They got 2 racks.
Riders,
Right now, 2 riders going out of this one to the main event, and that is going to be JC, Lady J. Wolf, and the 420 bike of Nolan Riggs. Next rack of 11-year-old novices, moto number 13, Dominic Earhart, James Gerhard, Colini Beanie Welch, and John Curtici. Same deal, 2 riders going to move on. All 5 of the 12 and under is going to be matched up in round 2. Do come up the same chute.
Attention.
So if you were in Moto 12, come up chute 2. If you're in Moto 13, come up chute 3, because that's where we're going to be looking for you. Coming down that last straight, it's looking like we got Colini Beanie out front. And the 149 bike of Dominic on the 2. And that is going to be Colleen and Dominic moving on to your main event. Moto number 14, 12-year-old novices, Blazin' Blake Johnson, Inc. up for Jacqueline Harrell, Ethan Malone, and Ava Hawkins. 5 riders on track. 2 going to move on to the main event. That is the 187 and the 243, Blazin' Blake and Hank Upfer.
Attention.
Okay, riders,
Jacqueline
random
Harrell
start.
sitting on the bubble, hoping to get by in turn 3.
Watch the gate.
Right now, though, that is looking like Blazin' Blake Johnson and Hank Upfer moving on to the main event. Moto 15, 14-year-old novices. 3 riders going to move on to that main event out of this full rack. Connor Arnold, Dill Pickle Harris, Jackson Payton, Noah Riggs, Caden King, Caden Baker, Henry Jepson, and Antonio Lopez Duarte. We got Noah, the 239 and the 162, Jackson Payton and Antonio Lopez Duarte sitting up front. They got company right there in some Purple Heart colors. We'll see what happens all the way down the finish line. That is going to be
Watch the gate.
Noah Riggs, Jackson Payton, and Antonio Lopez Duarte moving on to your main event. Moto 16, moving on to intermediates with our 7 intermediate class, Piper Harfs, Tatum Wolf, and Madden Kilberg. Right now, we got Tatum sitting up front, followed by Madden and Piper. Total points are going to race all 3 rounds. You get a point per place. Low points wins at the end of the night. Looks like Piper made a little pass there going down that rhythm section. Coming to the stripe, though, that's going to be Tatum Wolf with the 1. The 2 spots going to Piper Harves and Madden Kilberg on the 3. 8-year-old intermediates with Seth, Gotta Go Fast Daily, Edwin Welch, Katie the Bug Johnson, Chase Kilberg, Avery Franklin, and Emilio Welty. We got 2 spots open. We got a big pass right there. That 36 bike, Katie Johnson sliding on up into that transfer spot right in front of Franklin. Franklin sitting on the bubble. But right now, Seth Gotta Go Fast Daily
Attention.
still holding up top. Katie tried to make that move work again going into the third straight, into the third turn. But that is going to be Seth Daly and Katie Johnson, your transfers out of Moto 17. Moto 18, 10-year-old intermediates, Lachlan Lightning Campbell, Daniel Blount, Axel, the Rizzler Miracle, and Brennan Hale. We got 4 riders on track, 1 spot in the main event, so that top rider is going to move on. We got some good close racing here. We got Axel sitting out front, Daniel Blount on the 2, Brennan Hale on the 3, Lachlan on the 4 at the half-track point. We'll see who comes across in first. Right now, it's looking like Axel's got that first place locked up, but we'll see what happens down this last straight. That is going to be Axel, the Rizzler Miracle, moving on to the main event. Moto 19, 12-year-old intermediates, Hunter Conklin, Jacob Farrell, Zach Attack Bass, Winston, the Hunter Rogers, Noak Belcher, and Benny the Jet Bass. 2 riders out of Moto 19 moving on to the main event right now. That is that Jake Farrell sitting up top. Winston Rogers in the 2. Got company right there on the hip pocket. We'll see who's going to get that second transfer spot. But right now, that is going to be Jacob Farrell and Winston Rogers moving on to the main event. Moto number 20, 13-year-old intermediates, Tucker Robinson, Maverick, the Mo Monster Miracle, Gwenny Garrow, London Johnson, Derek Wise, Fly Rye Brown, and Dill. 3 riders going to move on to the main event. That is that 134. Tucker Robinson sitting out front, followed by Dill Pickle Schaffler, and we got a battle for that 3rd. I think Riley Brown's got that locked up coming down the last straight, but we'll see who's got the power. That is the 134, State 10 and State 1. Tucker Robinson, Maverick, the Missouri Monster Miracle, and Riley Fly Rye Brown. Moto number 21, 14-year-old intermediates, total points right here with Carson, Boogie, Zagalik, Benjamin Fetch, and Corbin Skaggs.
Attention.
Fetch, Skaggs, Zagalik in that order as they come around turn number 2.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
And that's kind of what it's looking like at the finish line. Going to be Fetch, Skaggs. It's a good close race out of those guys. Moto 22, 15-year-old intermediates, Carson Hawkins, Tyler Malone, and Adam Smooth Operator Wise. Once again, total points when there's 3 riders on track. Wise, Hawkins, Malone in that order as they come around turn number 2. Having a little light night. So, guys, some of these riders, you might have novices with intermediates or experts like we got here, but that is going to be Adam Wise with your 1, Carson Hawkins with your 2, Tyler Malone on the 3. Moto 23 getting ready. Apparently the adults need some hand holding up there. That's all right. 41-45 intermediate. Moto 23 in the gate.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Oh, man. I heard that all the way here. Looks like the weight was a little forward. We're on track with Jason Mercer, Detroit Troy Green, Mike Blake, and Thomas Robinson. Robinson sitting up top. Only 1 transfer spot available for these guys.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start.
And that's looking like Thomas Robinson going to hold on to that 1 spot and the transfer to the main event. On to the experts. We're here with our 8 expert class. Total points race with Eli Tonga, Kane the Hulk Combs, and Elijah Corndog Holly. Sitting up front, we got Kane Combs, followed by Elijah and Eli.
Random start. Riders.
I guess we got 2 Elis in there. Coming to the stripe, that is going to be Kane Combs with the 1, Holly with the 2, Tonga on the 3. Moto 25, 10-year-old experts, Oliver Welty, Sawyer Snake Penny, and Connor to St. Coonan. Another total points race here from these 10-year-olds. Coming out of turn 2, we got Sawyer Penny up front, followed by Connor to St. Coonan and Oliver Welty.
That's the gate.
all the way to the stripe. That is how they're going to hold. Sawyer Penny with the 1, Connor to St. Coonan on the 2, Oliver Welty on the 3, coming all the way down from Des Moines, Iowa. Moto 26, Big Mac Duval, Cruise Control Combs, and Creighton Harves, 11-year-old experts. Moto 26, Big Mac,
Attention.
Cruise,
Okay,
and
riders,
Crouton.
start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
That is going to be Big Mac with your 1, Cruise Combs with your 2, Creighton Harves on the 3. Moto 27, if I can get my pages to flip. Moto 27, 12-year-old experts. Cooper the Real Deal, Brady Holeshot Barker, and Chase Mode Curley. Got the State 1. Chase Mode Curley sitting out front. Barker and Cooper Deal
Attention.
on the 2 and 3.
Okay, riders, random start.
They are tangled up coming out of that turn 3. That is going to be Chase with the 1. Cooper Deal with your 2. Brady Holeshot Barker with the 3. Moto 28 and 13-year-old experts on track. Maverick Moorfield, Cody Velasquez, and Tyler McMorris. Another total points race in this 13-year-old expert group. We got Velasquez, Moorfield,
Attention.
McMorris in that order as they come
Okay,
around turn number
random
2.
start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
All the way to the stripe. That is going to be a close one with Velasquez with your 1, Moorfield with your 2, McMorris on your 3. Moto number 29, 15-year-old experts, Jake Hattie, Dakota Harris, Cash Wiseman. 4 riders, top spot going to move on to the main event.
Attention.
Okay, riders,
Coming
random
to the
start.
stripe is looking like the 25 by Cash Combs going to be your only transfer out of 29. Moto 30, 16-year-old experts, Jasper, Captain Kennedy, King Henry Campbell, and Seth Swartz. Total points race.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And to the stripe, Jasper Kennedy with your 1, Henry Campbell with the 2, Seth Swartz with the 3, and the last rack of round 1, Moto 31, 26, 35 experts, Andrew Downtown Brown, Sean Madden, Zach Knowles, Darren Nash, and JJ Jones. 7 bikes, Sean Madden up top, followed by the gold 3 of Andrew Downtown Brown. Top 2 racers going to move on to the main event. That is going to be Sean Madden and Andrew Brown. Moving on to your main events, guys. That is round number 1 in the books. Chris, are those cookies from the Bicycle Shack tent up there? How are they? Fantastic. So if you guys want to head up a little bake sale they got there at the one end, while you're putting your raffle tickets in for the Bicycle Shack giveaway, we'll do that after this round.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start.
I don't know where I put my tickets.
Riders,
That is a problem.
ready, watch the gate.
I found them. All right. I know that's what mattered, not this race that just kicked off with our moto number 5, 12-year-old cruisers back on track with Braden Bullethead Holt, Connor to St. Coonan, and Brady Whole Shot Barker. Total points race. They are mixing it up this time. We got Connor to St. Coonan sitting out front, Brady Barker on the 2, Braden Holt on the 3.
Riders,
Little
ready,
battle as we
watch
go
the
into
gate.
turn number 3. See if Brady makes the move. He's trying. We'll see who's got the power coming to the line, and that is going to be Connor to St. Coonan with the 1, Brady Holshot Barker with the 2, Braden Bullethead Holt on the 3. Moto number 6, Benjamin Fetch, Corey Brown, and Patrick Couts. Once
Attention.
again, Brown up front, followed by Fetch and Couts in
Okay,
that
riders,
order.
Random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Coming to the stripe, they are going to stay just, oh man, I'm going to check with our scores. That's Corey Brown with the 1. Well, I need 2/3. That's why there's 3 of you. Yeah. And that is Benjamin Fetch with the 2, Patrick Couts with the 3. Moto number 7, 5 and under novice taking the top 3 riders here. We're back on track with Zozo Hale, Colt Northup, Ethan Johnson, and Cooper
Attention.
Thorson.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready,
Coming
watch
to
gate.
the stripe. Oh, all of Moto 11 head up there. That is going to be Zoe, Holly, the 660 of Cooper Thorson, and the 244 of Colton Northup. Ethan, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 8, 6-year-old novices. Got the combine here. Right now we got Rosie Malone, Resner Knowles, Jace Juarez, Jackson Ferens, and Ford Howell. Top 4 going to make it to the main event. Top 4 are going to stick around, be combined with the other 4. Moto 10 transfer was Cadron Thunder Spillman. Moto 8 right here, we're going to get the 198 Ford Howell, Resner Knowles, Jace Juarez, and Rosa Malone moving on. Jackson, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 10, 8-year-old novices. Cadron Spillman was the transfer. Moto number 10, second round should be Caden Vanderman, Jackson Landon, and Elias Joyner. All right, that's who was up there.
Attention.
There we go. Moto number 10, going to get them
Okay, riders,
out of the
random
gate, 8-year-old novices.
start. Watch the gate.
They are off. Caden Vanderman, Jackson Landon, and Elias Joyner. Not total points. Top 2 riders going to stick around for the main event. Oh no, it sounds like we got a rider down. I heard the scraping from here. Right now we got Elias Joyner and Caden Vanderman sitting up front. I can't see from down here, but that sounds like we got Jackson picked up. All I can say is don't give up. Even when you fall, don't give up. Get back on and pedal. You don't know what's going to happen the whole rest of the track. But right now, that is going to be Elias Joyner and Caden Vanderman moving on to the main event. Jackson, thanks for racing tonight.
Okay, riders, random start.
Moto 11, 9-year-old novices.
Ready, watch the gate.
Coming out of the gate, Xander Newland, Remy Robinson, and Jacob Weist. And once again, 3 riders on track. Not total points. They are trying to get that spot in the main event. Nine-year-old novices, Xander, Remy, and Jacob. Right now, we got the 340. Xander coming out, State 5, Remy Robinson, and Jacob Weist on the 3. Top 2 riders going to stick around for the main event. All the way to the stripe. It's going to be that 340 Xander Newland. And your second transfer is going to Remy Robinson. Jacob, thanks for racing tonight. Yes. Moto 12 should be Caden, Haley, Wyatt, James, and John.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And they are off. 11-year-old novices, motos 12 and 13. Another combine. Caden Ritz, Haley Velasquez, Wyatt Freebird Dutton, James Gerhard, and John Kurtishi. Top 4 are going to stick around for the main event right now. That is Haley Velasquez sitting up front, followed by Caden Ritz and the State 6 of Wyatt Dutton. We got a battle for that last spot between James and John.
Okay, riders,
Fourth
random
place
start.
gets to stick around for the main event.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Coming to the stripe right now, that is going to be Haley Velasquez, Caden Ritz, Wyatt Freebird Dutton, and James Gerhard. John, thanks for racing tonight. Tatum Wolf, we need Tatum Wolf to staging. Moto 14, 12-year-old novices. We're on track with Jacqueline Harrell, Ethan Malone, and Ava Hawkins. Jacqueline Harrell sitting up front. Ethan Malone on the 2, Ava Hawkins on the 3. We got room for 2 in that main event. Top 2 riders get to stick around, and that is going to be Jacqueline Harrell
Riders ready, watch the gate.
and the 257 of Ethan Malone. Ava, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 15, 14-year-old novice on track with Connor Arnold, Dill Pickle Harris, Caden King, Caden Baker, and Henry Jepson. 5 riders on track, 4 riders going to make it to the main event. That is the 195 bike. Caden King sitting up top. All the way to the stripe, that is going to be Caden King, Dylan Harris, the 259 of Henry Jepson, and Caden Baker getting that last transfer spot. Connor, thanks for racing. Moto 16, getting our, oh, the helmet's on the way. Heard that over the radio. Total points here in those 7-year-old intermediates. You get a point per place. Well, he did. It's just total points.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And we are off moto number 16. 7-year-old intermediates out here with Piper Harves, Tatum Wolf, and Madden Kilberg. Tatum sitting on a 1 out of round number 1. Piper on the 2. Madden on the 3. Coming out of turn 2, we still got Tatum up front. Madden and Piper might be mixing it up, tying it up. See what happens as they go down that third straight.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
All the way to the stripe. That is going to be Tatum Wolf hanging on with another one. And the battle for the 2, but it's going to Madden Kilberg this time. Piper Harves with the 3, so those 2 are tied in points. Moto number 17, 8-year-old intermediates, Edwin Welch, Chase Kilberg, Avery Franklin, and Amelia Welty. Welty all the way from Des Moines, Iowa. We got room for 3 in the main event. We got 4 riders out on track.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start.
Coming down that last straight, looking like Franklin sitting up top with the 3 and the 140. Amelia Welty and Chase Kilberg moving on. Edwin, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 18, 10-year-old intermediates, Lachlan Lightning Campbell, Daniel Blount, and Brennan Hale. Got 2 spots left in that main event. We got Daniel Blount and Brennan Hale sitting up front. Lachlan Lightning Campbell sitting on the 3 as they are heading down that 3rd straight. Coming to the stripe, that is going to be Daniel and Brennan moving on. Lachlan, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 19, 12-year-old intermediates, Hunter Conklin, Zach Attack Bass, Noak Belcher, and Benny the Jet Bass. 4 riders on track, 3 spots left in that main event.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
All the way down that last straight, Hunter Conklin sitting up front. That is going to be Hunter Conklin, Benny the Jet, and Zach Attack moving on. Noak, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 20, 13-year-old intermediates, Gwenny Garrow, London Johnson, Derek Wise, and Dill Pickle Schaffler. We got Wise sitting up front, followed by the State 4. Wait, I think I got my transfers mixed up.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start.
Oh yeah, I did have the wrong transfers.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
All right, so that is going to be London. Thanks for racing. Your transfers are Maverick, Gwen, Derek, and I forget which one I had. Oh, yep. And Riley Brown. All right. I had mixed up a transfer in round 1. Moto number 21, 14-year-old intermediate total points right here with Carson Boguzagalek, Benjamin Fetch, and Corbin Skaggs. Fetch sitting on a 1 coming out of round 1. He's got a battle right now. That is going to be Fetch, Skaggs, Zagalek. We'll get Corbin checked out. Moto number 22, 15-year-old intermediates, Carson Hawkins, Adam Smooth Operator Wise, and Tyler Malone. Total points, that is going to be Carson Hawkins with your 1, Adam Wise with your 2, Tyler Malone with your 3. They are tied up. Carson and Adam with 3 points each. Tyler sitting on 6. Moto number 23, 41-45 intermediate, Jason Mercer, Detroit Troy Green, and Mike Blake. We got 2 spots left in that main event for these 41-45 races. Heart Rider's gonna make the main event, huh? Maybe. There's a possibility.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start.
All the way to the stripe. That is gonna be the 92 bike of Jason Mercer and the 135 of Mike Blake. Troy, thanks for racing tonight. Moto 24, 8-year-old experts. Troy just said he fired the rest of the team for beating him. So sorry, guys. You're kicked off Purple Heart. Moto 24, Eli Tonga, Kane the Hulk Combs, and Elijah Corndog Holly. Total points race in these 8-year-old experts. They are mixing it up. We're going to have to do some addition. That's hard, Ben. And that is going to be last straight. That is going to be Sawyer Penny with the 1. Connor to St. Coonan with the 2. And Oliver Welty with the 3. Moto number 26, 11-year-old experts Big Mac Duval, Cruise Control Combs, and Creighton Harves. Big Mac sitting up
Attention.
top, followed by Cruise and
Okay,
Creighton.
riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And all the way to the stripe. That is going to be Big Mac Duval. Close one there. Cruise Combs with the 2. Creighton Harves with the 3. Moto 27 moving on to 12-year-old experts Cooper the Real Deal, Brady Holeshot Barker, and Chase Mode Curley. Total points once again looking like Chase Curley up front. Cooper Deal sitting on the 2.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random
And
start.
Brady Barker on the 3.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Moto 28, 13-year-old experts Maverick, Moorfield, Cody Velasquez, and Tyler McMorris. Total points yet again. Velasquez sitting on 1 right now. On the 44 bike, Maverick Moorfield on the 2. Tyler McMorris on the 3.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random
It
start.
is. Cody Velasquez with your
Riders
1. Maverick
ready,
Moorfield with
watch
the
the gate.
2. Tyler McMorris with the 3. We do want to wish all of our Gold Cup riders luck as they are down working on getting into the Gold Cup finals. Hit us a little bit being so close to where the finals are. So we got a lot of total points tonight. Nice little casual night here. 15-year-old experts Jake
Attention.
Hattie, Dakota Harris, and Gerald Wiseman. We got 2 spots left in that main event. That is going to be Gerald Wiseman and the 85 of Jake Hattie. Dakota, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 30, 16-year-old experts. Total points race right here with Jasper Kennedy, Henry Campbell, and Seth Swartz. Kennedy, Swartz, Campbell in that order as they come out of turn number 2.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start.
We got a battle for that 2 right now. Swartz and Campbell pushing each other hard. It's going to be Kennedy with your 1, Swartz with your 2, Campbell with your 3. Henry and Seth tied up in points. And now the last rack of round number 2. Zach Knowles, Darren Nash, and J.J. Jones, Moto 31, 26, 35 expert. Sitting up, we got JJ and Darren. Zach Knowles chasing them down. But we only got 2 spots in that main event, and that is going to be JJ Jones and Darren Nash. Zach, thanks for racing. And guys, that is round number Thunderstruck, getting ready for the main events. Guys, if you got to race main events, head on up there. They'll go quick. We're going to start off with our 12-year-old cruisers, motor number 5.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And they are off, back on track with Braden, Bullethead Holt, Connor to St. Coonan, and Brady Holeshot Barker. We got 2 riders tied for first place. Connor and Brady each have 3 points each.
Attention.
Braden Holt sitting on 6.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So coming across the line, that's going to be Brady Holeshot Barker with your overall 1. Connor to St. Coonan with your overall 2. And Braden Holt, the overall 3. Moto number 6, 1720 Cruiser, Benjamin Fetch, Corey Brown, and Patrick Couts. Corey Brown sitting up top with a pair of aces. Benjamin Fetch on the 2s. Patrick Couts on the 3s. That is how they are sitting going into turn number 3, and that is going to be Corey with your overall 1. Ben Fetch with your overall 2. Patrick Couts on the overall 3. 5 and under novice moto number 7, not total points right here. We're on track with Bridget Kielberg, Zoe Holly, Casey Rogers, Colt Northup, Cooper Thorson, and Maggie Welch. Cheering them on in our 5 and unders, our smallest pedalers. We got Welch sitting up front, Kielberg on the 2. The 097 Casey Rogers sitting on the 3. Top 3 get to take home some trophies tonight. Coming down that last straight, we got Maggie Welch still sitting up top. Bridget Kielberg on the 2. Casey Rogers holding on to that 3. And coming across the line for the last time as a novice, that is Maggie Welch moving on up to intermediate. Guys, our newest intermediate, Maggie Welch with her 10th win.
Attention.
Right now.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Moto number 8 and 9, 6-year-old novices combined. We got a full rack right here. Rosie Malone, Resner Knowles, Weston Moore, Ruby Red Tarpening, Jay Suarez, Piper Franklin, Matthias Tierney, and Ford Howell. You got the 1, 8, 9, Weston Moore sitting up front coming out of turn 2. Followed by the 200 of Matthias Tierney and the 33 of Ruby Red Tarpening. All right, we're going to hold the gate for just a second. All right, guys, we're going to have to rerun this one. We had a rider out of their group. All right, so motos 8 and 9, we need everyone to head back up to staging. We'll give you a couple minutes to catch your breath. We were missing a rider. A rider went in the moto 4. I think it was the last place rider, and yeah. All right. So I think Moto 7's good. I don't think it would have impacted the race. We are going to have to re-race 8 and 9. So guys, Motos 8 and 9, we're going to need you back up to staging. Rosie Malone, Resner Knowles, Weston Moore, Ruby Tarpening, Jay Suarez, Piper Franklin, Matthias Tierney, and Ford Howell. come up the very far lane, what would be 11, and just go on up to the top. We'll let you catch your breath for a few minutes, and we'll go ahead and run to the next couple of motos. That works for me. So we'll run them after Moto 14. So we're going to go ahead and run 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and we'll run them, and then 15. So we are ready for Moto 10. In the rack, we should have 3 riders, Kadrin Spillman, Caden Vanderman, and Elias Joyner.
Attention.
This will be Moto
Random
10.
start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
And they are off. Our 8 novices, Moto number 10, Kadrin Thunder Spillman, Caden Vanderman, and Elias Joyner. Sitting up front, we got Kadrin Spillman, followed by Elias Joyner and Caden Vanderman
Attention.
as they come around turn number 2.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
All the way to the stripe. Holding those same positions. Kadrin with the 1, Elias with the 2, and Caden with the 3. Moto number 11, 9-year-old novice. We're on track with Xander Newland, Remy Robinson, Mighty Milo Wolf, and Xavier Phillips. We got Phillips and sitting up front.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Coming down that last straight, sitting up front, we got Xavier Phillips with the 1, Milo Wolf with the 2, and the 340 of Xander Newland with the 3. Moto number 12, 11-year-old novices, 12 and 13, Caden Ritz, Nolan Riggs, Haley Velasquez, JC Lady J. Wolf, Wyatt Freebird Dutton, Dominic Earhart, James Gerhard, and Colini Beanie Welch. Full rack of riders right here, coming all the way to the finish line. And sitting up
Attention.
front in first place, looking like she's going to cross with her 10th win, JC Lady J. Wolf, moving on to the moving on to intermediate, not the main event. All right. Congrats on the move up there, JC. We got our riders in turn 3 picked up. Haley and Caden. So we are going to run Moto 14, and then we are going to loop back.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the
8
gate.
and 9. Moto 14 right now on track with Blazin' Blake Johnson, Hank Upfer, Jacqueline Harrell, and Ethan Malone. Blazin' Blake Johnson sitting on the top spot, followed by Hank Upfer and Jacqueline Harrell. Coming down that last straight. Okay, that is going to be Blake Johnson, Hank Upfer, and Jacqueline Harrell. 1, 2, 3. Moving
Attention.
back
Okay, riders. Random start.
to
Riders
Moto number
ready.
8
Watch
and
the gate.
9. Rerunning 8 and 9. 6-year-old novices. And they are off. Rosie Malone, Resner Knowles, Weston Moore, Ruby Red Tarpening, Jay Suarez, Piper Franklin, Matthias Tierney, and Ford Howell. Sitting up front, the 189, Weston Moore, followed by Ruby Red Tarpening and Piper Franklin in the 3. It's around turn number 2. Oh, we got a rider down on the second straight. We'll get them picked up. That is a 200 bike. Matthias Tierney over there. Standing up, guys. Give Matthias a round of applause. And keep your applause going, because right now, Weston Moore crossing the line for the 10th time as a novice, moving on up. Got a lot of move-ups after state weekend there, but that is Weston Moore moving on up to intermediate. Right, we are back on track. We're going to get Moto 15 ready. We got Matthias back going. And finishing it out, man. He's pushing hard, too. Look at that.
Okay, riders.
Hey,
random
track
start.
time is track time.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
15, 14-year-old novice. How many tracks have this big of a teenage novice group, Ben? We are on track with Dylan, Dill Pickle Harris, Jackson Payton, Noah Riggs, Caden King, Caden Baker, Henry Jepson, and Antonio Lopez Duarte. Right now, sitting up front, we got Nolan Riggs, Antonio Lopez Duarte, and Jackson Payton sitting on the podium positions as they come out of turn number 2.
Riders ready. Watch
And that
the
is
gate.
gonna be Noah Riggs with your 1. Jackson Payton with the 2, and Antonio Lopez Duarte on the 3. Moto 16, 7-year-old intermediates, Piper Harfs, Tatum Wolf, and Madden Kilberg. Tatum sitting on a pair of aces, Piper and Madden tied up in points. Oh, they are racing close.
Attention.
Tatum sitting out front. The real battle is Piper and Madden, and whoever finishes first gets that second place. All the way down that last straight, that is going to be Tatum Wolf, your overall 1. Oh, slipping a pedal. Madden Kilberg, your overall 2. Piper Harves, the overall 3. Moto number 17, 8-year-old intermediates with Seth Gotta Go Fast, Daly, Katie the Bug Johnson, Chase Kilberg, Avery Franklin, and Amelia Welty. Daly, Johnson, and Kilberg. Oh, Franklin making the move, going down that rhythm section.
Attention.
See what happens as they come around that third turn.
Random start.
Right now, that is going to be Seth Daly with the 1, Katie Johnson with the 2, and Avery Franklin on the 3. 10-year-old intermediates, moto number 18, Daniel Blount, Axel the Rizzler, Miracle, and Brennan Hale. Not total points. What you see is what you get as these 3 riders cross the line. Out front, Daniel Blount on the 2, Miracle on the 3.
Attention.
Man, they are all mixed up every round.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Coming down that last straight, looking like Brennan Hale going to hold on to the top spot. Daniel Blount with the 2, and Axel the Rizzler Miracle on the 3. Moto number 19, Hunter Conklin, Jacob Farrell, Zack Attack Bass, Winston the Hunter, Rogers, and Benny the Jet Bass. Farrell sitting up top, followed by Rogers and Conklin.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready.
Company
Watch
on the
gate.
inside. Benny the Jet trying to make a move, wanting to take home a trophy. That is Jake Farrell in the 1. Winston Rogers with the 2. Benny the Jet Bass on the 3. Moto 20, 13-year-old intermediate, Tucker Robinson, Maverick Miracle, Gwenny Garrow, Derek Wise, Fly Rye Brown, and Dill Pickle Schaffler. The 134, Tucker Robinson sitting out front, followed by Wise and Brown. Brown trying to make a move, showing Wise the wheels to come out of turn 3, but that is going to be the 134, Tucker Robinson, Derek Wise, and Riley Brown in 3. Moto number 21, 14-year-old intermediates, Carson, Boogie Zagalik, Benjamin Fetch, and Corbin Skaggs. Ben sitting on 2 points, Carson on 6, Corbin on 4.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Coming to the stripe. That is going to be Ben Fetch with all aces. Carson Zagalik is going to get 8 points, and Corbin Skaggs is going to get 7. So Corbin is your overall 2, Carson your overall 3. Moto 22, 15-year-old intermediates, Carson Hawk
Attention.
and Adam, Smooth Operator Wise. Total points,
Okay, riders.
once again,
Random
Carson
start.
and Adam tied up in points.
Riders ready.
Tyler
Watch
sitting
the gate.
on 6, and that is going to be Carson Hawkins, your overall 1, Adam Wise, your overall 2, Tyler Malone, the overall 3. Moto 23, 41-45, intermediate on track with Jason Mercer, Mike Blake, and Thomas Robinson. No total points here. What you see is what you get right now. That is Robinson sitting out front, Mercer on the 2, Mike Blake on the 3.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And that is going to be Robinson, Mercer, Blake as they come across the line. Moto number 24, moving on to experts, 8-year-old experts, Eli Tonga, Kane Combs, and Elijah Corndog Holly. Kane sitting on low points. Eli and Elijah tied with 5 points each.
Attention.
Kane got it locked up in that first spot, so whoever crosses first out of Eli and Elijah is going to be your number 2. That is going to be Kane, your overall 1. Who's got the power? And that is going to be Elijah Holly with your 2, Eli Tonga with your 3. Moto 25, 10-year-old experts, Oliver Welty, Sawyer St. Penny, and Connor to St. Coonan. Penny on a pair of aces, Connor to St. Coonan on the 2s, Oliver Welty on the 3s.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And that is how they are going to finish. Sawyer Penny on the 1, overall 1. Connor to St. Coonan, overall 2. Oliver Welty, your overall 3. Moto number 26, 11-year-old experts, Big Mac Duval, Cruise Control, Combs, and Creighton Harves. Big Mac sitting on a pair of aces, Cruz on the 2s, Creighton on the 3s as they're coming into the main event.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start.
All the way to the stripe, Big Mac Duval. Going to be your overall 1, the 61 by Cruz Combs, the 2, Creighton Harves on the 3. Moto 27, 12-year-old experts, total points once again, Chase Curley on low points, Cooper Deal on the 2s, Brady Barker on the 3s.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders
Down that last straight, it's going to be as they cross for these guys. Chase Curley holding on to the 1 spot, Cooper Deal on the 2, Brady Barker the overall 3. Moto 28, 13-year-old experts, Maverick Moorfield, Cody Velasquez, and Tyler McMorris. Velasquez got it locked up with a pair of aces. Maverick Moorfield on the 2s, Tyler McMorris on the 3s.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And that is going to be Cody Velasquez, your overall 1, Moorfield, your overall 2, McMorris, the overall 3. All right, Moorfield is your overall 2. Moto number 29, 15-year-old experts, Jake Hattie, Cassius Combs, and Gerald Wiseman.
Random start.
Not total points. What you see is what you get here.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Sitting up front is that 25 of Cash Combs, followed by Gerald Wiseman and Jake Hattie. Moto 30, 16-year-old experts, Jasper, Captain Kennedy, King, Henry Campbell, and Seth Swartz. Jasper sitting on 2s, Henry and Seth tie it up.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start.
And that is going to be Jasper Kennedy, your overall 1. Seth Swartz, your overall 2. Henry Campbell, the overall 3. And the last moto of the night, 26-35 experts, Andrew, Downtown Brown, Sean Madden, Darren Nash, and J.J. Jones. Sitting up front, we got Sean Madden in the 1, Downtown Brown on the 2. Battle for that 3rd spot between Darren Nash and JJ. That is going to be Madden, Andrew Brown, and Darren Nash. Folks, that is a race. Thank you all. Bicycle Shack, thanks for your team night.